So what was the diak? His masbir. So the first ois of ois, the first paragraph of ois dalet explained that even though the lashon of the maamer of the Fidik Rebbe is in talking about the Eidin Sof, lamata mata adin tachlis, he says that the Fidik Rebbe the Eir the ha'oras Eir aliki are nimshach lahavos or lahachris kol nivroim. Notwithstanding the fact that the pasuk he starts off this sif with, and this is Mazel Bata Machayis Kulam. And Koda is there is taka both. The Rebbe says in Tanya, but the difference between Mahava and Machaya is that Machaya can be felt and seen, and Mahava is by divine design concealed. And that's why the pasuk says Machaya. And Al-Tikra Machaya al Mahava. Al-Tikra means not that we're negating the way it's read, we're adding to it. So not only Machaya, which is Bagoli, which is why the pasuk says that, but also Mahava. Okay, that was the Nakuda of this paragraph. Yeah, so the Chayis is felt and seen. But the Koyach HaYisavos creation, if you would feel, the Koyach HaYisavos would be bottled b'mitzius. But as a result of his bonus, we can arrive at there has to be the Koyach HaMahava, because Eina Yesh Eises Atzmai, a thing can't make itself. But what is readily available and experiential, no, wrong term, which can be experienced, is the Chayis and can be seen in the Hashgocha Pratis. He teaches Chayis also as the Hashgocha Pratis, that each creation should have exactly what's required. It exists in certain places, and the conditions there are appropriate for that creation. Speaking about the various herbiage grasses. Okay. Now, Ois Dalid. So the pasuk says, and you, Machaya, Mahava, all of them, this includes not just Kedusha and Rishus. Now, why would I think otherwise? Kula means all of them. So he has in brackets, that sometimes when the pasuk says koil, everything, it doesn't mean mamish everything. It means it means most of it, mamish, not all of it. Out of 62, he sends us to the Taz Neirachayim, Simen Tovkuf Pei Beis, Sifkot and Gimel. So there he says, the Nusach of Tfilas Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, we say, Loichal Kol Olam Kuli B'Chveidecha. So the Shaila is, it's a double lashon. Loichal Kol Olam Kuli B'Chveidecha. Rule over the whole world, all of it with your glory. He's saying all twice. So he says, no, the lashon is correct and it shouldn't be changed, because Mleichal Kol Olam could mean Robek Kuloi. By adding Kuloi again, the word Kol again, so the double reference is Taka everything. So here to have Atam Achayas Kulam, we could touch, it doesn't mean Mamish or the lowest Bruyim. But he says it is. So we're clear? Because Kulam doesn't have to mean everything, could mean the majority. Which is why the double lashon in Tfilas Yom Neroim. Elo Koilo, so Taka means Taka Koilo, Gamian Aklipis. Even that which opposes Hashem, the Klippus conceals him. Should have been a gear l'chol mitzias yesh ba'olam, because with respect to everything that exists, not just the majority of things, including klipa, yesh na klal, there's the principle, the reality, an entity can't make itself. Therefore, even klipa, is included in the pasuk, that you enliven and create all of them. So he brings them in the Gemara, the fifth guy brings the Gemara, which means the largest creature to the smallest. And now he's being masbir in detail the diuk of Kanli Re'emim and Beitzei Kindim. Lice, literally. This refers to the largest creature. I don't know what it is physically, but it's the largest creature in the world. Some mammoth kind of bull. Or Beitzi Kinim Haina Bria Chikatana is the smallest. Shekenu Begashmis. That's how it is Begashmis. Now, what does this mean? Baruch Nisa Kamikin Agam Baruch Nisa in Yonim. Likewise, spiritually, these two terms refer to Ruchnis the Kemakaitis. Because, as he says in the brackets, Shagashmis Mishtal Shel Min Ruchnis. Gashmis divorce from Ruchnis. Kedis Besefer Tur Barakes. So let's see if I look this up actually. Tur Barakes you can find on the internet. Mitamidi Harizal, he was a Mukubal, an Italian Mukubal, if I'm not mistaken. And he was in the Tamidi Harizal. And I sent myself I can find it now. So who is this? Yeah, his name was Chaim HaKoyen. He was a composer of tefillas, of poems, and a makubal, and it was a Talmud Muvak of Rabbi Chaim Vital, which means of the Arizal. No, not Italy, Damascus, Venice.
Venice is Italy.
Yeah. Oh, Venice. Okay. So Venice is Italy. All right. So he writes in the Sefer Tur Barekes. I want the sparkling line. I'm not sure if that's what it means. Akoponim. What does he write? This is the secret of the 10 horns, which means showing eser svir is the keser. That refers to the 10 sviras of keser. Shari eimu gavoy ma'od. I think he's implying the word rom. The very word rom implies height. Binyoni besviris was sviris keser. So the level of aim that's keser. We just said the esesviris. They are esesviris of keser. The kandi the aim koila darga chial yenish v'keser gufa. So the horns, obviously the highest part of the animal. So in keser gufa the highest dargas. Tachlis aruchnius. Okay, the esesviris of keser, the absolute height of spirituality. Beitze kinim. So what is that? Haino. It's the lowest of a baruchni. It's small because of the minuscule, as it were, amount of godliness in it as a result of the tzimtzum. And what's that when you're not klipa? And it refers to klipa. So he explains the kinim, one of the 10 plagues, and there's a reference to that in a moment. Shekinim begematria kuf chof. Kinim is begematria 120, and what's 120? Varoim is an alutstral kuf chof atzirufim the Shem Elikim. There are 120 combinations of the name Shem Elikim. What's Shem Elikim? V'hainu Shem Elikim begematria teva. Shem Elikim to begin with, which is begematria teva. Nikra mogen Hashem Havaya. It is a sheath As the pasuk says, Kishem Shemagan Avaylikim, it's a sheath that, or shield that conceals and filters Shem Havai. And that is what the inyan of kinim is. Now we answer V'lachem nikra b'shem kinim, and the word kinim is meloshin kinoi. Kinoi means a what's the term for a kinoi? It's a
nickname. Nickname.
Yeah, some call it a nick. It's not. It's a corrupt. It's not the actual name of something. It's not the actual original name, but it's a name that evolved for whatever external reason later by which this thing or the person is called. So kindim. So therefore, it's called after something, but conceals it. From the nickname, you don't know the real name. Shakinui b'mokim Hashem. This I have to look this up. This true. So a kinoi comes and replaces the name for ibud Hashem, and the kinoi destroys literally the original name. So this I have to see it's in halacha. Could be in the dinim of a get, but I just can't get a hold of this. Kemuva b'tshuvas Marik. He was a big posek, and is quoted often in the Achronim. So all to say that the word kinim means kindoi, which means a concealment on something else. So we're talking a likus coming, not just elikim is already begematria teva. Elikim is already the inyan of tzimtzum. Kinim is begematria is 120, and is a reference to the 120 combinations of the letters of Shem Elikim. That's a further tzimtzum to such a degree that the Shem Elikim is completely concealed. That's what he's saying. Well, Kapirish Rav Magid, like the Magid says in the Mishnah in Pirkei Yovis, can't be 70 or 70. Perek Aleph, Mishnah Gimel. Nagad Shmo, says the Mishnah, if somebody wants to make his name Avad Shmo, if you're out to make yourself a name, you lose your name. Teaches the Magid, Shikadei Liyes Nagad Shmo, in order there should be a great name. And what does it mean, a great name? Referring to the Eibishter. K'mayim Barazal, famous medrash, which we've encountered many times. The Eibishter went a journey of 500 years. That's between one, the key and the other. All the way down to this lowest world, to acquire a name here in this world, that his name be known in this world. So he traveled a distance of 500 years. So Hari Zeh al Yidei Avad Shma. So what did Eibishter want? To create a place of concealment. That the name is concealed, and all that is left is the kinoi, this appellation of another term. So what's the title of the Magid? In order to make a name for himself, where Dafke Elam Hazeh of Vachma, he eclipsed his name, that Shem Elikim should not be felt begoloi in Elam Hazeh, in the Klippus. They should completely conceal him, right? And here's where he wants his name to be made, that through Avodah we should reveal him. In the touch of the Magid. The Gadshma, in order for his name to become great and known, where? Dafke Lamata Avadshma, he eclipsed his name. So he's saying that symbolically this world is a kinoi. It's a kinoi. It's a metzius which completely conceals the source that produces it. Conclusion, v'nimtza, so this is the beitze kinim. So this made al inyan aklipus. And I guess their eggs are the smallest part of them. I assume beitze means their eggs. I assume. But it sounds like it's the name of the creature. But he puts the word beitze in brackets. Also because he's just stressing the word kinim, I'm not sure. Akaponim Meira, in Pashtus, it's the name of the creature. Like Kanya Re'emim is the name of the creature. Akaponim, so Meira Alina Klippus, the conclusion is that it goes on Klippur, and that's what how does this all start? That the Eibush Tizonim Mefarim is from the Kanya Re'emim to the Beit Zikinim, which means that the Eid Ein Sof is present in the highest levels of Keser. The highest levels of Keser, the Karne Re'emim, the Ram being exalted, being the Dag of Keser, Karne being the highest level, all the way down to the Beit Zikin and the Inyan HaKlippus. Shegam Shom Nimshecha Eir V'Chayis Aliki. There too, the Eir Ein Sof is present, uncompromised. That's the whole Chiddush to be explained in the Maamer. The Alderech Maamer Azal, like similar to what it says in the Gemara in Chum, that Einid Mulvado, it is nothing aside from him. Afilu Kshofim, even sorcery has no power. That's the Pshat over there. Pshat is even sorcery has no power against him. That's the Pshat. Sorcery, it's a very powerful source, no power against him. Here he's saying that sorcery is produced by Einid Mulvado. So Derech Maamer Azal, the Gemara, they're saying, so it's a story that one of the Maamorim was immune to a sorcerer's curse. And because Einid Mulvado, the Eibush is with him, the opinion was he had a schus. That's the Pasha the Pshat in the Gemara. But he's saying Al Derech, the Einid Mulvado is invoked over there in the Gemara, even to say that even the Kshafim, the sorcerer gets its chayes sof kol sof from Eir Ein Sof. That is Mahava Machayet. Let's look at Yud Beis. That's why by Mitzrayim, so one of the plagues was kinim, because according from the Gemara that brings in Tanya, he's talking about atzvos, how to use depression positively, turn it into merirus. So the Gemara says kimineu be ava, from the very forest itself. Lishdu beinargia, we get the axe or the handle of the axe to chop down the forest. The forest is the very means, the wood is the very means by which the handle of the axe is made. Narga means the axe, by which to chop it down. So to bring down Mitzrayim, through this, through Makas Kinim, could be the true growing out of boundaries through Ayitzim and Mitzarim Begvulim. How? Because the whole point was to break Mitzrayim and go out of all of Hakbolas, even the lowest Hakbolas of Mitzrayim, the biggest Klippa. So therefore, it had to be Makas Kinim. Implication seems to be not only does the Makkah reach the lowest level of the Beit Zikinim, which is the lowest level of Klippa, but implying, because we're drawing on its source. The source of it is on a Mefanes Lakoil, even Beit Zikinim. So we had to get to the source of it, and through its source, it revealed the source within it, and therein affect Yetzias Mitzrayim. Not bringing some other level to bear on Mitzrayim, but the very shortish of Mitzrayim itself is revealed within Mitzrayim, and that pearls its true shvir, its true bittul, true Yetzias Mitzrayim. Clear? All right. I say, Behinde Nisboy Liel. Continuing, there is an explanation of this Eis Dalit. So he said before, Sham Shachal Mata Kalil is Gamanyon Mishem Lamata Maklipis. We said before that the Eir Ein Sof and the Amshacha, it descends even lower than Klippas. He said before, Klippa, he says it now. Klippa doesn't, but a transgressor does, and the Eir Ein Sof is present, and Mahava Machaya that too as well. He says in the Maimek Mishakosov, in Mesach Shamayim, if I send to the heaven Shamota, there there is you, Vatzia, and if I spread my grave, Sha'oil, in the Sha'oil, Yineka, behold, it's you. Shadi Inyan HaSha'oil, Inyan, what's Sha'oil? Sha'oil is refers to Genin. So the Sha'oil is the punishment for those who transgress it. Look at Yud Gimel. That's what the Medrash says. When was the Sha'ol? There's a word for, actually in English it's called Sha'ol. It's interesting they didn't translate that. It's called the Sha'ol, the depth in English. So it's made on the second day of creation. That's when division happened. Hashem divided between the upper waters and the lower waters with the emergence of the Rikiya. So the Sha'ol has no place on Yom Rishon. Because Yom Rishon is Yom Echad, right? The deer, because why is it called Yom Echad, not Yom Rishon? The sequence should be Yom Rishon, Yom Sheni, Yom Shlishi. And yet the first day is not called Yom Rishon, it's called Yom Echad. Because Rashi brings, he was the only one, yet in his world, the world didn't conceal him, there's no division, there's no machleka, so there's no room there for what? For Averis. Averis happen only through tzimtzum and division, and Averis cause further division. And that's also Yom Kippur is a day, K'may Marazal, Yom Echad, the Medrash says there in that Medrash, it also says, Vayerev Evik Yom Echad, dealing with, why doesn't it say Yom Rishon? It's a reference to Yom Kippur. What he's saying is that Yom Kippur is that which heals the division that's created on the second day of creation. But the Sha'ol only is created on day 2, because that's already the actual division and the result of it, which is Genem, etc. So it's Echad. Yom Kippur is the day only of the Kus of Kedusha, because on Yom Kippur the Satan doesn't rule. The Gemara says there, one of the Tanoim, but one of the Meroyim, Akapanim, that he says Hasatan. Look, the numerical value of the word Hasatan added up. Hey it's a famous thing. Hey is 5, and Shin is what? It's 305, and Tes is 9. So 305 and 9 is what?
314.
And Nun is 50.
It's 364.
Oh, so 364. So Hasatan is 364, implying that this one day, he's shy of one day of the year where he has no Shlita, and that's Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur, the Satan is silenced. All to say, because why? Because the day of Achdus, that's the day where the emes is revealed, that the Eibush is the own reality, and the Satan has no independence. And if he does exist, it's only in Kedusha, as we learned in a few Maamorim ago. But upon him, what is he saying? So the Oirin Sof extends all the way Lamata, even to the Vatzia Sha'ol Yineka. So what's the Sha'ol? The Sha'ol is for Oivred Tzainoi, for those who transgress it. Back into in the body of the Maimah there. That's good news. Even in Genem, Hineka Shagam Shom Yeshna Eirin Sof. There too, the Eirin Sof is present. It's doch eine gewaltige Sache. So there was Maas Bevingen Bazer. כפי שמבאר אדמו"רם צוי בשער הציציס, מה שכוסוב, ימסק שמיים והצי שואל, שניהם יחד. The Pasuk puts them the two together, meaning shekashem shem esak shamayim shamota, Just like when I sent to the heaven, it's you. It's the same address. Atom Mamish. Just like he is Lamaila. So it's not like, in other words, the diuk is in separate psukim, it would be then two different levels. Taka you in Sha'el, but not the same presence as in Shamayim, the highest levels. He says no. Atom Mamish. In Mesak Shamayim Shom Otta. Vatzia Sha'el Hineko. It goes on the Shom Otta. Let's look at Yudalit Vahainu. So they're spelling it out again. All these orders are from the previous Maamorim of Shabbos day or Friday night. The Kishem shade itself in the mind. I didn't catch the mata din tachlis. So just like the Eibishter is present, Kamakin Gam Bavoidis Adam. The Diaki is the Avodah, because what's he saying? He ascends in Mesak Shemayim, or I spread my grave. Kamakin Bavoidis Adam Yesh Matzah by that person. The Mesak Shemayim Shamota. There's a matzah by him where he's holding by the greatest heights. There's matzah that he descends to the depths, the bowels of the depths. Nonetheless, in Neka, it's all is you. So mirroring the Ein Sof, equal presence everywhere, likewise in Avay, whatever matzav a person is in. So the Pnimius, it's all, where is he? He hasn't gone anywhere. It's all Ata, Hineka. So let's go further. Let the Maimah speak. Kavish Mavai Barucho, like he explains the Mitler at length, Shazelu Mazeh Osalikim. The pasuk says one thing opposite the other. The Eibishter made. Therefore, kishem shebetachlis ha'ili dekdusha. New thing coming now. Just like in the highest levels of kedusha shazel, when you come near the Eimim Beruchnius. If you said before, that's the crown of the Eimim Beruchnius. That's the highest levels of Keser. So just like there, he's going to explain here the shirish of the tzimtzum, the kedusha, and the tzimtzum of klipa. But the shirish of tzimtzum of klipa, which is sidus the kedusha. That's the point he's saying here. Adding nuance. Let's see. So just the milo yeshna ingin sidus hazok and the milo. So above there is the hairs of the beard, which is kedusha, which is why down here the hairs of the beard are kedusha. Like it says in Sefer Daniel, va'atik yomin Yosef. Literally, atik yomin. Anybody? What does atik yomin mean? We encounter it so often. Anybody?
The ancient of days.
Exactly. Yeah, ancient of days, which Pasha the Pshat means the eternal one. But you'll note it's a reference to Pnimis HaKeser. Atik yomin Yosef was sitting. Levushay katele chiver. His garment.
Kislag.
Slag is a worm.
Kiteleg. Okay. Kiteleg. Okay.
It's Aramaic. You can read this wherever you like. Okay. I have to look up actually the post. I can tell you how to read it. Someone can look it up and tell me. So his garment is like white wool. No, his garment like white. It could be snow. Huh? And the hair of his head is like the wool of a lamb. So what does this mean? So the levush is the talis, and the lamb's wool, which is the head, that's the hair, like like lamb's wool, is v'chutei tzitzis. That's the union of talis and tzitzis, makifim. And then from the makif comes the sidus, comes the chutim, the threads, the hairs. So what is this inyan? Shezel moirei. It's the beard. It's the zoken. The mile could be the hair also, the head. At any rate, here we're talking about sidus in a very lofty level. She said, this is all describing this lofty level of Maila, the depth of the heights. Because of its awesome Maila in Bekeich Lakab El Yedei Tzimtzumim. Can only makabla through it. Tzimtzum shezeh hatzimtzum shadei hefsek. So it is the hair of the head. Shadei hefsek al gugoyles. This is the tzimtzum of the skull. Shal achar izeh naisis tzmichus hasaydus. That causes, then the hair can grow. But the way it is lamayla, it's all in kedusha. So the tzimtzum there is in order to makabel this great oil, not eclipse it, makabel it. But then you have the sidus of klipping. You can make it gam belumazeh. That the clip achidon it grabs on, unites in the hairs. What are the hairs of klippa? This is a place where to begin with is a tzimtzum. L'maylo, the sidus are in a place of tremendous giloy. But in klippa, the tzimtzum, the sidus come in a place where to begin with is tzimtzum. Then in the kashayeshna tzimtzum noiser, on top of the tzimtzum already, which is lamata mata down here, then there is what? An additional tzimtzum. Shinasidus, that creates a tremendous limitation. And then klippa can gorge and have its achizah. Then the opposite of kedusha can get a hold of it, achizah, tfisa, and grasp it, and be nourished by it. So there's two kinds of sidus. The sidus, the maila, which are virtuous, they're able to convey tremendous gilui to the makabel. Sidus of klippa is sidus on top of tzimtzum, and therefore zeshematzina shesar beisha erva, by a woman which is malchus, which is already tzimtzum. So there, the hair of her head is the yin of erva, has to be cut, removed, covered. Mashenkin ben Nazir, Ksiv, Kodesh, Yegadol Peres Adosh, by the Nazir, who is Kedusha, on the contrary, his hair is holy. Why? Because he is sided to Kedusha. Then there's the third hair, the beard. That's the third inyan of sidus, because the beard does not come as a result of the skull. It comes from the ponim, the chatchila. So that is a whole different inyan, even a higher inyan of sidus. But he's talking about the sidus that come through the tzimtzum, through the galgalta, the isha and the nazir, as he goes on to say, if isha's sidus and nazir in his sidus the kedusha, his hairs are hairs of kedusha. Ashenkim keshar sidus and malkim tzimtzum medinim. But when the sidus come after, already a place of tzimtzum medin, that's malchus. As malchus descends into bia, ragla yerdis moves. Chassidus brings the pasuk. Az nimshach mem yinik lula mazeh. So then klippa can get nourished. That's the shoil. That is the great depth. That's the shoil. Notwithstanding having explained now the great disparity, the sidus of what? Of klippa. That's the shoil. Even in the Sha'ayel, Hinaka, behold, it is you, Kvish Oma Yoina, like Yoina, the Navi said, Beten Sha'ayel Shavasi, from the stomach, literally, of the Sha'ayel, this was the fish, the depth. Shavasi, I call out, I salvation. I call out, save me. Vahainu Shagam B'Teicha Sha'ayel Makir, Medidike Vod. He's saying that it's in the Sha'el that he recognized that Heret Elikus, that a Yid senses godliness even in the bowels, even in the depths. Let's just read a bit further and we'll look at Tesvav. He said him is moreover, Kmishakosif Moedit Sha'el Vayoel. This is from the Shiras Chana, State of Rosh Hashanah. he causes to descend to the depths by Yoel, and he ascends. He's saying here that the ascent comes because of being in the depth, not despite it. Kamavur is explained there, I guess in the Mittel Rebbe, the whole Yedid is only for the purpose of the Aliyah. And it's there that the Yid that hurt. Why is he there? How did he get here? It's only because the Eibishter wants him closer. And where does he discover that? Dafk in the Shoel. Look what he says here. The ascent, the greater the descent, the greater the ascent. From the punishment of the depth of the Shoel, it's in there that he discovers the great Eloi. Quite simply, why would God do this? This terrible place. It can only be because some terrible good that will come. And it's inherent here. Punishments of Torah, not just punishments. You sin, now suffer. Cannot be. Torah is chesed. Torah is a Torah of love and kindness. You can't gamba einish a bit Torah. Inyan shal chesed. The einish is chesed. So why am I suffering like this? This terrible thing that can only be of some terrible, wonderful, awesome good that will come through my tshuva. My cleansing. Or shishtakin v'yachsin amutav. The tachlis should be fixed and returned to his good state. Ad kadei kach. Who are Eloi, and so great will be the Eloi. Should be shvil kedai afilo in the merid shoel. It's all worth it. Otherwise, it wouldn't happen. It's kedai to descend into the shoel. Shezel mata. Meaning a clipper that's lower than stam clipper, because clipper is not over its own. Let's look at. Okay, so we'll stop here. Okay, so we're looking at Beis Hashem tomorrow is Tesvav, and we'll continue the Maamorim. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Good day, Rabbi.